Limnu et al. Stated in Education Sciences, the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 as a global public health emergency on January 30th, 2020, and as a pandemic on March 11th, 2020. Countries' decisions for total lockdown allowed little time for universities to shift their on-campus undergraduate programs to fully online delivery. The COVID-19 pandemic forces everyone to change habits and build upon prior experience, elaborating approaches and self-regulation strategies which may affect teaching and learning. This was in the article Learning, Student Digital Capabilities and Academic Performance in 2021. Since the lockdown, most people in academia have relied on the ability to utilize digital mobile electronics to complete their academic work. My name is Michelle, and I've chosen to share with you about my laptop and its importance in academic culture. The role of a laptop in academic culture is principal. There's a great likelihood that you as learners or teachers rely on a laptop for your work in academia. As an academic, I am an advocate for laptops, and I have three. I do most of my work away from home, and I need a large screen and high processing power. According to the Journal of Educational Technology Systems, in the article Flip It or Click It, Equivalent Learning of Vocabulary from Paper, Laptop, and Smartphone Flashcards, written by Sage et al. In 2020, students reported their primary purpose as communication, with laptops having the primary purpose of information gathering. Aside from primarily using my laptop to engage with the learning module system Canvas, I use it mostly for doing research, writing reports, and taking notes. In 2020, Arts et al. Wrote in the article Taking Notes in the Digital Age, Evidence from Classroom Random Controlled Trials for the Journal of Economic Education, that taking notes on a laptop was superior to taking notes on paper, examining the link between different note-taking and recall. As scholars, we all know how much we rely on our laptops. I'm going to begin by informing you about some history of the laptop. Next, I will share with you about my personal preferences for a laptop. And finally, to conclude, I will tell you about how the laptop is used in academia and its importance. To start, let me share with you some of the history about the laptop in academic culture. Electronic technologies have been drafted time and again since the 1920s to alter teaching and get students to learn more, better, and faster. Beginning in the early 1980s with the introduction of the personal computer, education reformers pushed the use of computers in schools. With advances in technology, laptop computers became more affordable, managing to deliver high performance and portability. The widespread use of laptops in academia is even younger. The spread of laptops in education became ubiquitous in the developed world in the second decade of the 21st century. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, face-to-face instruction was more prevalent than hybrid or fully online learning, which was reserved for computer science classes. There was an emergency switch to online learning during 2020. According to Victoria Odeogolnaya in 2022, who wrote Aligning Digital Literacy and Student Academic Success, Lessons Learned from COVID-19 Pandemic in the International Journal of Higher Education Management. To assess the course materials online, 30% of the students used laptops. Now, hundreds of thousands of students and tens of thousands of instructors have received one-to-one laptops and tablets. Next, I want to share with you how I personally identify with my laptop in academic culture. I have always appreciated personal computers and now laptops for their ability to aid in academia. In first grade, I would use the computer at school in my accelerated reading class. In second grade, I became acquainted with the Microsoft programs in the computer lab. Throughout elementary and middle school, I would use CD-ROMs, such as Encyclopedia Britannica, to help me complete writing reports. The advent of high-speed internet allowed me to access more materials online. In high school, I got my first laptop, an HP Compact Presario, which I later integrated with my desktop computer, my computer monitor, and my television so that I could have multiple monitors. I eventually got an Apple MacBook, followed by an Apple MacBook Air and a Microsoft Surface Book. I'd established my preference for the latter Windows operating system and the greater abilities of the Microsoft could provide. The Microsoft Surface Book 2 was the best model of the Surface offerings. Less than 2 months ago, I decided to upgrade and purchase a Microsoft Surface Studio laptop. The Surface Studio laptop replaces the Surface Book line, continuing to its offering as a two-in-one with high processing power. Now I can do all my work as a student and researcher at and away from home. This work drives me and brings me happiness to my life, as I ultimately want to have a career in pharmaceutical research. Finally, I will relate to you how laptops are used in academic culture. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed the landscape of higher education. As academic institutions across the world continue to deal with the global health crisis, there was a need to examine different instructional approaches, including blended learning, hybrid, and online methods. Many institutions utilize a learning management system such as Canvas or Blackboard. Students can check the syllabus, submit assignments, and take quizzes or exams online on their laptop. The laptop is also very useful for taking notes in academia. The laptop can be used for digital inking and typing notes in Microsoft Office. Reports can be written on campus using Google Suite in collaboration with others. The appeal of the internet encouraging virtual communities attracts academic researchers and educators. Peer-reviewed journals are now online, and peer-reviewed ebooks are spreading. Instructors can bring their laptops from home and continue their work on campus. Laptops have enabled greater productivity in the world of academia. I began telling you some history about laptops in academia. Next, I shared my personal connection to laptops. Finally, I ended by sharing how the laptop is used in academic culture and its importance in furthering education. Laptops were a natural succession to the invention of the personal computer. They have improved productivity in academia. It will be exciting to see which new technologies arrive in the next years and what research will be done in education in the future.